Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. We go to the Dhamma talk, please we invoke the name of our teacher 3 times. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Today I want to talk to you about our lineage, the Tiantai school. They have about 10 different schools in Buddhism. But one thing you have to remember, Buddha said this one, the Dharma, the teaching Buddha, is adaptable to the country, to the local culture. Buddhism is active, is living, is expanding. They have no strict restriction to see how to do to the letter what he's teaching. He says this one, even the precept, you can modify it according to the culture, the civilization, the custom of the country. The teaching is the same thing, okay? You have Buddhism doesn't belong to Nepal, the country of origin, or to India, the continent there. It's a universal. It's a mandal. And so you see that. And you see lately you have they call the World Buddhist Organization, WBO. So it modified. It become to America. It become American Buddhism. So you see it. We just keep the quintessence of Buddhism. That's the religion of love. Okay, on the teaching, but the expression and the practice can change a little bit. Okay, so you can see that, and it's amazing. This one. You will look at the human history. Everything in the world is about the same. Okay, it have a little bit difference. Like the bread, for example. You know, everybody have a bread. Europe have a bread. America have a bread. Asia have a bread. In different form. Like the tortillas, the American, the Mexican tortillas. You have in Asia. The same kind of tortillas. It's amazing. Music instrument. You see the guitar, the sitar, everywhere the same. It looks like human nature. For something genetically, we learn, and the expression is the same. So even you go to different country, you have different expression, but it's amazing. We have the same culture, the same thing we do, okay? The eating, the habit, the entertainment, the art, everything the same. You see the art in every country about expression about the same. So it's religion the same. So now today I talked about the Tiantai school. It's about the 6th century. I have one patriarch named Chi. He's like the 4th patriarch of Tiantai. The first patriarch is Indian in Nagarjuna. He take the Lotus Sutra, like the main sutra, and to explain to us the practice. And he advised the study of the scripture go along with the practice, and they have the practice, the Lotus Sutra, and you have also the meditation. So a combination of the 2 disciplines, scripture study, practice, and meditation. So it's kind of it's a complete practice. Different schools have different way to do it, but mainly everything go back to meditation, to scripture study, to the practice. So, what the Chi want to tell us? And in the back, they have a statue of Chi Patriarch, the fourth Patriarch in the Tiantai school. I call it Tiantai. It's from the mountain, one mountain in China. He have a temple there. He studied. He developed the discipline, the study, the school, the Tiantai school, based on the Lotus Sutra. The Lotus Sutra is a wonderful sutra. It's like near the end of the practice of Sakyamuni Buddha. He teaches the Lotus Sutra. It's like a complete sutra. It's a wonderful sutra. The many other on the beginning, like the Agamas or something, he goes step by step. Buddha is the wonderful teacher. He teaches everybody, any level, any kind of people, the level of intelligence, he can reach it. He can teach. He don't want to leave out the people. They're not as intelligent. Like you are intelligent, he teaches you the intelligent way. You can accumulate, you can assimilate very fast. You are medium, like a middle class. He teaches that way. And the people, they have a low learner. He teaches the same way. So he developed some way to learn it. And the Lotus Sutra is a wonderful sutra. The other one, it have a different way of practice. Sometimes it shows like difficult. But in the Lotus Sutra, they go to only one vehicle. And before they have three vehicles, like the Theravada, the Yana, they have three vehicles. What's that? That's the one, the listener, and then the Pratyeka Buddha, and then Bodhisattva. Three different levels, three different vehicles. So, but in the Lotus Sutra, Buddha said, there was only one vehicle. That's the Buddhahood, because he teaches one. Every practice, the goal, the practice, we reach the alignment, we reach the final goal to become a Buddha. And he says this one, I'm the Buddha, you are the Buddha in the future. So it's a very democratic system, it's very egalitarian, okay? The other religion, they said, I'm the number one, nobody can reach my level. But in Buddhism, Buddha says this one, I become a Buddha due to my practice, due to my effort. And I become a Buddha, I get awakened person. You can do the same. You can reach that level. If you practice like me, if you have to make the effort like me, you can reach the level of a Buddha. So the Lotus Sutra give you the hope and give you the view that we are equal to Buddha. Sentient being and Buddha are the same. You have a sentient being, you have Buddha. You have Buddha, you have sentient being. So that's the meaning. So in the Lotus Sutra, we have 28 chapters. Each chapter says something. In one chapter, you have one monk. He go out. He bow to everybody. He bow to you. He bow to everybody. He said, I respect you. I bow to you. And people thought, he ridiculed me. He make fun of me. He said, no. I see you. I see your Buddha nature. I see your intrinsic value. I see you're a very respectable person. So I respect you. I bow to you because I know you will be a Buddha. Okay? And that's the quintessence of the book of the sutra. Every have Buddha nature. You have that value. The reason we don't trust ourselves, we don't believe, I'm not valuable. I'm just the plain person. I'm low class. He said, no. You have a true value, and you didn't see it because you never go to back to discover your true self. You very, very, very valuable value and yourself as a human being, as that you have a Buddha nature. And what is Buddha nature? It's our awakened nature. I can call it your intrinsic value. Okay? Some people, they didn't go to school. You tell them about the genome. They didn't believe in genome. He said, what is genome? You guys invented. You guys invent a chromosome, you invent, all these gene, on these things. That's an invention. That's a scientific divine invention. I never hear about genome before. And you tell them, oh, the doctor can't have a genome. They said, no, dog can't have a genome. You tell them tree have a genome. They said, no, tree doesn't have a genome. But Buddha tells you, Buddha nature. And dog and cat have Buddha nature too. They're sentient being, but not like a human being. Human being, you're born, you're blessed because you're human being. You can elevate yourself, make yourself better, get higher goal, and you reach that level of a Buddha. The dog and cat, they have to wait until the next life they become human being, and then they can exercise their right. Okay? Plant is the same thing. They have to evolution. One these days, they go to the animal realm, the animal kingdom, and then they go to the human realm of existence. It's a cyclic existence. Then they can exercise their right. They can practice, they can elevate themselves. But we human beings, we are very lucky. We have that potential. We have to see it. So in the Tiantai school, they combine the two practice, the scripture, the practice and the meditation. And they adopt the wonderful sutra, that's the Lotus Sutra, that's the sutra we follow ourselves. So you see, that's very, very good practice. And you make that practice, it helps you to elevate yourself, you can go back to discover your true nature, your Buddha nature. And if you discover your Buddha nature, you're successful, you become enlightened. Okay? That's the practice Tiantai. So, and Tiantai, they have the view, they have three different truths and three different contemplations. I go slowly in that. The first truth is the absolute truth, and at the emptiness. It's very, very abstract concept because everything have a no existence, no self-existence. It's a true existence. They have that emptiness. They have nothing you can explain by word. Okay, emptiness doesn't mean nothing or zero. Emptiness doesn't mean the substance, the something. They have the true value, the suchness, and they call it emptiness. It's not negative. Okay, that's something you have to study for a little while and you understand it. One time, Master Quang he asked me to define the emptiness to him. I tell him, before you're born, what is your name? After you die, what is your name? That's emptiness, okay? You name now, you name Quang or Joey. It's not real name, a temporary name only, okay? The real name, that's an empty name. You have to go to find it, find the emptiness. Like you see the world, you see the mountain, see river. They're real to you. But what is this river, this mountain? 1,000 years from now, or maybe 10,000 years from now, 1 million years from now, it's not that mountain. The mountain, but now it exists, it's true now. But what's the meaning? What's the real value of that mountain or that river? So next you go at that emptiness. So that's It's different. It's not negative. It not mean zero. It means something true behind that. That's the emptiness. The second truth is another relative. You say now, that doesn't exist. It does exist. His name is Trimming. It's Christopher. He does exist. But that's a temporary name only. Okay? It's not the real one. But he does exist. He does have a name. So the second truth, that's the relative truth. And the last one is the middle way. That means the absolute truth and real truth, they are like a two faces of the coin. Okay? You can turn this one the other way. They belong to one coin. That's the middle way. That you understand that. So if you understand the middle way, you understand the absolute truth and the relative truth, it applies, make you understand better. So that's the way he wants to tell us. In the contemplation, you contemplate on the three truths, okay? The absolute truth, the relative truth, and the middle way. The middle way helps to understand it. Even outside, you can see it, black and white. But really, you have no black and white. It's a monochromatic, you have no color. Okay? You have a right and wrong. Right or wrong is relative, okay? Now, sometimes you see the right in our country now, America, we see something that's right. But the other country, they don't accept it. Or different time, like the 15th century, the concept of right different than the concept of right now, 21st century. So it's relative. So we see it. So it explains to us, we understand it. Okay? It takes some time for you to understand. The practice of Buddhism requires a lot of reflection. Buddha said this one, you need to study, you need to listen, but then accept as it. You need to use your mind, your intelligence to evaluate it, to investigate, to see it makes sense to you. It fits your belief, your ethical value, okay? If something unethical or amoral, immoral, then accept it. And you don't have to believe what I said to you. You have to believe yourself, okay? Sometimes I say you, maybe I have bias. It's my opinion, okay? It might be not be true. So you don't accept it. Even Buddha say this one, out of respect for me, I'm the Buddha, don't believe what I said. You need to evaluate it. You need to reflect on what I say. So it makes sense to you, you accept it. If it doesn't make sense to you, then accept it. Even Dalai Lama says something, you don't have to believe it. Because he named Dalai Lama, said, oh, he say that you have to be correct. No, it's not. You have to use your intelligence, your wisdom to evaluate, to reflect on that. You reflect on that, and it makes sense to you, then you accept it. You accept it. You don't live there. You are a good person. You get more information, more data. So you accumulate more knowledge, and you assimilate it, and then you apply the practice it. The practice make it good. You have to practice it. Always study and practice go hand in hand. Okay? They say this one, if you practice without studying, it may become superstition. Somebody tells you to do it, you do it blindly. You said, oh, I have to do this way, if not, it's wrong. It becomes a superstition. But if you are a good person with wisdom, you said, no, I have to do the right way. I think that's the right way. I do it. Not because somebody tells me to do it. I have to do his or her way. It's no. Okay? So that's the way to study, to do Buddhism. Okay? Practice with reflection, with your wisdom. Because if you have Buddha nature, you know You can evaluate, you can reflect what you study. We study together and we help each other to understand it. Okay? That's the reason why they say always good to practice together. We help each other. We eliminate what we don't know so we can help each other. We practice together. And it's good to practice together. Like they say, if you eat, you have only one meal, one dish, it's boring. You want to have the soup, have salad, you have different things to make your meal enjoyable. So practice the same way. You practice by yourself, sometimes it's boring. Sometimes you become arrogant. You say, oh, I know so much, I can do everything. But you practice together. I said, no, I'm like them. I practice, I try to cultivate it. What is cultivate? What is the mean tu in Buddhism? Tu, T-U. Tu in Vietnamese, in Chinese. That means self-improvement. Tu, that means change it, transformation. If now, for example, we are not that good, it become better every day. That means tu, that means cultivation. We make the effort to improve ourselves. Because nobody can say, I'm the best, I'm the good one. We just say, I'm the normal one. I have something good, something not good. Something good, I try to keep it. I try to develop it. Something not good, I try to change it. Make a little bit better. That's the way the cultivation, that way to practice Buddhism. Okay? Don't say that I'm good, I'm the best, I know everything, I don't make the error. We do make error. And a lot of things we don't know. Okay? Some people know better than us, then say that I know more than people. All the time, somebody know more than us. And so we can learn from each people. Okay? Only the fool tell that he know everything, he know a lot. Okay? The normal people said, something I know, something I don't know. Okay? So that's what I talked to you today about the school, the Tiantai school. And if you have any question, I try to answer you. And you can Google, and at the Tiantai school, it's T-I-E-N and Dai, D-A-I, okay? In Vietnamese, it's called Tiantai. That's the name of the mountain. And the Phuoc patriarch, he practiced there. He write about the book and he developed the method, how to practice, how to combine the study of the scripture and the practice and then the meditation. It's a good practice because always have meditation there. Some people, they say only the practice of Buddhism is meditation. It's not true. Everything comes back to meditation. What is meditation? That you focus your mind. Because our mind is wandering. And we try to focus it. We anchor our mind to something. A different way to anchor. Master Quang can show you how to do it. You can do it by counting your breath in and out. That's the way. You can, some like the Theravada school, they can count the movement of the belly. Out, and in, instead of covering the breath. And the other people, they focus on something like color, like some gata, or something they love. You admire somebody. For example, you admire Avalokitesvara, the mother of mercy. You contemplate and you fix your attention to Avalokitesvara. So you can contemplate, you can meditate it. They have different ways. The main thing is to concentrate it. Get a good concentration. You have a good concentration, you develop the wisdom. Okay? Without concentration, you cannot develop wisdom. So that goal that. And if you chant it, you chant with devotion, you chant with motivation. You hear your own voice. You hear, and you understand the chanting very good. And it becomes concentration. It becomes meditation. So the people, they chant so well, like they practice Pure Land. They visualize, they see Amitabha Buddha, and on the attendant, they see it. They see the Pure Land is so pretty land, peaceful, everything good there. They concentrate that and become meditation. So chanting, you chanting good, it becomes meditation. Like kids, they go to school. Some kids, study for 10 hours a day, then have a result. And some kids study only 1 hour a day. But that kid concentrated. He focused in his study, so he absorbed it like a sponge absorbs the water. Okay? When you go to school, go to class, I talk to Jimmy, sit in front row, listen to the professor, the teacher, absorb it. What he or she tell you, you like a sponge. You absorb the water. So when you go back home, you highlight it. So when you review for the test, it's very easy. You remember what the professor is saying. You highlight on the main thing he say. You concentrate it. It will be a good result. So practice the Buddhism the same way. You practice with dedication, devotion, you get a good result. Okay? That's the best way. You do it to yourself. You have a very good result. Some people, they go to the temple. They benefit a lot. Some people know. They just go there for sex going. You tell people, I go to the temple. That really, they don't have a devotion, or they don't have the like, or they don't have the love to go to. I love it. I go to the temple because I benefit somebody. I benefit myself. Okay? Like, for example, the vaccination too. Some people are selfish. I said, no, my belief, I don't want vaccination. But you're a good person. I get a vaccination to protect the other people, not only for myself. I get 2 shots, I'm protected. But my goal is protect the community, protect the neighborhood, protect the workplace, protect the school. That's the good person. Okay? So if they see that the mission protects society, they take it. They said, I do it. Even if I have a side effect, I have some tiredness, some fever, but I protect somebody. I do that for the good of the other people. That makes sense. And must make that person superior than the person who denied the shot. I have one young Vietnamese doctor. He's a dermatologist. He practiced in Phuoc, Dallas. He called me a few days ago. He said, "Thầy, teacher, can you give me a letter saying that due to my religion, Buddhist, I refuse the vaccination?" He said, "No. I do that, I lie. I never tell you to refuse the vaccination." And I think that's foolish. If you give a shot, you take the shot, you protect the other people. He said, "But I don't know what will be the side effect." He said, "You are a doctor, and you don't believe that. You expect the patient to believe it. That's very foolish. That's stupid." I tell him, I said, "I cannot help you, and I think you are a stupid doctor. You're not a doctor. You're not a real doctor. Doctor doesn't do that way. I'm the first one to get the shot. Even if I have a side effect, I take it. But I have no side effect. And Leon, all of us, Master Quang, we don't have any side effect whatsoever. It's very safe vaccination. So we need to do it. Do for the good of the other people. It's not for ourselves. So please tell the people that you get a vaccination, you protect the other people, you protect your family, you protect your loved one, you protect your neighborhood, your workplace. It's not for yourself. Yeah, you have benefit because the vaccination do protect you, but it have more benefit for the other people. So the practice of Buddhism the same way. We think about practicing Buddhism to benefit other people. Okay? After my talk today, if any question, I try to answer the question. If we have no question, we transfer the merit and we go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplish today, we want to transfer to everybody and wish them the enlightenment.
Suffering, serving beings in countless To Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Just a friendly reminder that this coming Saturday, the 18th, we will have our day of mindful working, our volunteer day to work on our walking meditation path right outside. So if you're able to join us, please do on Saturday, the 18th at 9 a.m. Thank you. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.